Good evening, everyone, and welcome to EduTap. So, guys, today is 25th of January 2026, and today your NABARD Grade A Phase 2 exam was conducted. So, guys, this session is going to be about a detailed discussion and analysis for your descriptive part, namely Descriptive English and your descriptive portion for ARD and ESI. So, I'm here with Jaskaran sir, and we are both going to discuss both the components of this paper. Descriptive English paper was conducted early in the morning in the first shift, and your second paper in your second shift was conducted for your objective type ARD ESI and descriptive ARD and ESI. So paper was recently over, and we took a initial reaction for the same. So I'll start with English first, and then we will be joined by Gurkirit sir. Guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please do let us know in the comment section of the video, and it would be lovely to listen to your feedbacks and your inputs. And don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're here for the first time. So, all right, guys. So let's begin with the analysis of descriptive English first. So, guys, say descriptive English part was by far, I feel, was the easiest part today. Reason being, there was no change whatsoever in the exam. The topics were in line with what we had prepared during the session, during our practice sessions as well. And all I think, except topic number 3, topic number 1, 2, and 4. Were provided to you in the fodder material that we provided to our students in our courses. So good luck to those who have appeared, who have taken these topics and who have written their answers. So do let us know, guys, how was your experience regarding this, and were you able to complete all the answers in time for descriptive English? Now let's talk about the topics first. What were the topics that were given today? And first, let's understand there was no change in the word limit whatsoever. So guys, there was no change in the word limit whatsoever in today's exam. The word limit was 500 to 520 words, just like last year. And out of the 4 topics, there were 2 topics based on ESI, and there were 2 topics based on ARD. So I'll read out all the 4 topics for you. First topic was manufacturing is important for nation's prosperity. Explain how India can bolster manufacturing. So that was clearly a topic based on ESI. Second topic was discuss the merits and demerits of farm subsidies in India. This is clearly a topic based on ARD. Third was agri-voltaics is an innovation where solar and farming are connected. Explain the advantages and disadvantages of agri-voltaics from India. That is again another topic based on ARD. And fourth topic was discuss how startups can boost innovation and entrepreneurship in India. So guys, do let us know which topic did you write on. Just let me know the topic number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Which topic did you choose to write on, and how many words did you write in your answers, right? And did you feel comfortable after completing everything? After completing your essay, did you include facts, data, statistics, reports, schemes in your answer? Now, most students told me they either chose topic number 1 or topic number 4, which were easier to target. So manufacturing is important for nation's prosperity. So manufacturing, we have learned so much about manufacturing sector and how it is crucial for the economic growth and overall growth of the country. And topic 4 was discuss how startups can. So startup ecosystem, we took this topic during our practice sessions. I gave this topic as a homework to the aspirants, and we wrote essays on this, and I think this would have helped you a lot. So I have provided you sample answers for all these topics, guys. You can get these answers from the PDF that we are going to provide you on our Telegram channel. So first topic, manufacturing is important for nation's prosperity, and explain how India can bolster manufacturing. So you could have started by giving a background. Historically, manufacturing has been the backbone of economic prosperity of nations across the world. Now talking about the India's economic structure, then you can say initially or prevalently we had been an agriculture dominant economy, but suddenly we switched, after LPG reforms in 1991, we suddenly switched to services based economy. So we skipped the manufacturing part, and this is where we probably lack somewhere. But again, if you want to grow the GDP by 25%, manufacturing is the solution for it. Now, what else can be written? Now, manufacturing is vital for national prosperity because of the capacity to generate large-scale employment. Then, to bolster manufacturing, India has launched several policy initiatives, which are PLI schemes. Then, exceeding 1.7 lakh crore and has contributed substantially to employment generation. So, this is very important scheme that you could have mentioned here, PLI. Next, and the end, you can talk about MSMEs and unicorns and the shift that we want to see towards, Make in India mission, right? So Make in India is basically what? Manufacturing, right? So supporting MSMEs. So all that could have been mentioned in this essay. So I've given you a sample answer here. You can read it up from the PDF that we are going to provide you on our Telegram channel. The link for our Telegram channel is given in the description of the video, guys. Second topic was discuss the merits and demerits of farm subsidies in India. So this was about the subsidies that that are given to the farmers in the country, and how they can benefit, and what could be the challenges of farm subsidies in India. So you could have started about 80%, 85% of farming communities dependent on income support to farmers. So all this requires subsidies: fertilizer subsidy, electricity subsidy, irrigation, water, price support, and price of seeds. All those are subsidized for farmers, right? Because majority of the farmers are marginalized in the country. So you could have written all that in this answer, right? Then we can talk about the merits: boosting agriculture productivity, and then India, on the other hand, India also suffers from several demerits as well. Key concern is fiscal burden, over dependence on monsoon, right? Poor infrastructure, forward backward linkages, farm to fork chain. There is so much to write on about this topic, which you could have mentioned here, and then you could have given a good conclusion to this, that by a gradual shift towards direct income support, which is DBT, targeted subsidies and investment-led agriculture development is essential to balance farmer welfare with economic and ecological sustainability as well. So this is a sample answer for a second answer. Third is, guys, agrovoltaics is an innovation where solar and farming are connected. Explain the advantages and disadvantages of agrivoltaics for India. So agrivoltaics refers to a practice of integrating solar power generation with agriculture activities by installing solar panels above or alongside crops. So this is basically agrovoltaics, right? Now, you could have mentioned it here very clearly, and you could have written so much about enhancing farmers' income, providing additional and relatively stable revenue streams, right? Improved crop resilience and microclimatic regulation. So this was agrovoltaics. Then this is beneficial for certain crops such as vegetables, pulses, horticultural crops, and renewable energy transition as well. You could have highlighted crop specific and regional limitation. These are some challenges like initial investment cost, right? Support system from the government or subsidies, something like that, right? And then crop specific and regional limitations. So that could have been mentioned, and then you could have given a good conclusion by balancing a clear policy and regulatory framework and providing, we can basically it can become strengthening climate resilience and advancing renewable energy goals as well. So it will also help us in achieving, net zero carbon emission by 2070, or become 30% less dependent on non-renewable sources, renewable sources of energy by 2047, and so on and so forth. So this was topic number 3, and topic number 4. Discuss how startups can boost innovation and entrepreneurship in India. This is an evergreen topic, guys. I don't need to tell you what could have been written. 1.5 lakh startup ecosystem, 118 unicorns, 17.28 lakh direct jobs, 50 million jobs. So it helps in job creation, FDI, FII. So all that could have been mentioned here. You could have given, examples like Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, and then Fund of Funds for Startups, FFS. Then your Credit Guarantee Scheme for Startups, CGSS. Now, you could have mentioned Atal Tinkering Labs and Atal Innovation Mission, Mighty Startup Hub. So all these schemes and all these challenges could be mentioned here, and then you could have given a decent conclusion for this. So you can read up the answers, and you can let us know which topic you chose, and which answer did you write on. Yes, guys. So quickly let me know in the chat box which topic did you choose. And Gurdeep, there is going to be a session on objective part as well a later while. This session is about descriptive part. So these were the 4 topics for your essay writing. Second, this was your Precis for, guys. This is a memory based Precis. So this was the topic: Peruvian agriculture, what all it produces and challenges faced by Peru due to climate change. So this was about the climatic ecosystem for the Peru country and the Peruvian agriculture system. So this was the passage, and it was provided to you with some facts and data as well. So this was basically a study, a research study on Peruvian agriculture ecosystem. So this was a memory based passage, and this could be a good title to the Precis, and this could be a decent Precis for this: climate change and the future of Peruvian agriculture. This could be a decent title to your Precis, and then you can read the Precis that Peru's agriculture is highly diverse and economically significant, employing nearly 1/3 of the population, and utilizing about half of the land. The country is a major global producer of high-value export crops such as avocados, blueberries, coffee, cocoa, quinoa, and grapes, with agricultural exports showing steady growth in recent years. However, climate change poses serious challenges to this progress. Shrinking tropical glaciers threaten water availability, while erratic rainfall, rising temperatures, droughts, and floods disrupt cropping cycles and reduce yields. In 2023, agricultural output declined sharply, affecting both export and staple crops like potatoes. Small farmers are particularly vulnerable. To address these risks, Peru is promoting climate resilient practices, crop diversification, and large-scale investments in irrigation infrastructure. So this could be a decent Precis for the passage that was given. And now let's look at question number 3, letter writing. So the word limit for Precis was 120. I forgot to highlight it before that. So guys, word limit for Precis was 120 words, exactly like last year. And word limit for letter, again, exactly like last year, the word limit was 220 words. So look at the topics that were given, the choices that were given in letter writing. So all the 3 letters were formal, and I think I felt all the 3 letters were either complaint or grievance letters. So first topic was, you have subscribed to a newspaper but have not been receiving the newspaper on daily basis. Write a letter to the media company regarding this complaint. Second was, write a letter to the head of the factory describing him the problems faced by workers and provide solutions for it. And third, as an employee of General Administration Department, write a letter to the vendor who has not yet provided the order placed by the company. So I have provided you sample solutions for the same. So you start with your sender's address, followed by date, then the receiver's address, the circulation manager, Times of India. Subject, complaint regarding irregular delivery of subscribed newspaper. You could have started like this. This letter is being written to bring to notice the irregular delivery of the Times of India at the above mentioned address despite an active subscription. The subscription amount has been duly paid and uninterrupted delivery is expected as per the terms of service. So you can write, it has been observed that the past few weeks the newspaper is not delivered on time and missed and so and so. It is requested that you look into the matter and you fix it. So you could have written a decent letter on this. Then second was writing to the head of a factory describing the problems faced by workers. So you are writing on behalf of a workers welfare committee. You name the company ABC Industrial Unit, whatever it is. Then the factory head, you are writing to the factory head this representation regarding problems faced by workers and suggested remedial measures. So this letter is being written to draw attention to certain difficulties being faced by the workers employing in the factory. These issues have been affecting productivity, morale, and overall workplace efficiency, and therefore require immediate consideration. Then adequate safety measures on the factory floor have raised user concerns. Protective equipment such as helmet, masks are either insufficient, not regularly placed. It is suggested that proper safety gear is provided to all the workers. Regular safety inspection should be done with mandatory rest intervals may help reduce the fatigue and improve efficiency. Further upgradation of ventilation systems and ensuring regular maintenance of sanitation facilities would significantly enhance working conditions. So establishment of a grievance redressal mechanism may also help address workers' concerns in a timely manner. So it is hoped that above issues will be due considered and necessary steps will be taken at the earliest in the interest of the workers' welfare and improved productivity. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Secretary, Workers' Welfare Committee. And third letter, writing to a as an employee of General Administration Department, write a letter to the vendor who has not yet provided the order placed by the company. So you start with your address, then with the receiver's address, then reminder regarding non-supply of materials against purchase order. So this is to inform you that order was placed on so and so date by this firm under order number this, dated so and so, of the supply of the equipment. But as per the agreed terms and conditions, the materials were to be delivered within 10 days of the date of the order, right? However, it is observed that the consignment has not yet been delivered, nor has any communication been received regarding the delay. The non-supply of the ordered materials is causing inconvenience to the regular functioning of the office and is affecting administrative operations. You are requested to expedite the delivery of the said order at the earliest and inform the office of the expected date of dispatch. You could have mentioned what order did you place. Was it stationary items? Was it furniture in the office, or what it was? So you could have taken anything, any small little thing, right? ACs or maybe water coolers or anything like that. Filing and maybe computers in the office. So you could have written any product that was delayed here. So guys, these were the questions that were asked in Descriptive English paper today. They were not very difficult. So my analysis is the Descriptive English is going to be the game changer here. It is going to provide you the necessary, the advantage that you need to be able to, to secure your position in the final phase of the exam. So make sure that again, I'm saying this, reiterating this, for the nth number of time that English, descriptive English is crucial for this exam. If you score well in this part, even if you score decent in your other objective or descriptive part, you will still be able to make it to the final list. So that is why I always say, do not miss out, or do not compromise on descriptive English. They feel it's easy, it's doable at the end of the day, but finally you have to understand this is worth 100 marks and you cannot let it go in the exam. So guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please do let me know in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Do we have to write essay in paragraphs? Yes, MR learner, essays are only written in paragraphs. These are not answers. Answers are written in bullet points, numbers, titles, subtitles, headings, subheadings, but essays are only written in paragraphs. Essay on subsidy, good. In hurry, I forgot to write essay in paragraph. That's okay. If you have executed the answer well, if it is well informed, well prepared, well executed, then it's okay. There will not be too much of disadvantage here. But yes, the proper structure of an essay is only in paragraphs itself. All right. All right, guys. So I'm still here now. I'll turn it over to Jaskaran sir, and he'll be helping you with the other descriptive paper, and he'll be giving you all the details that you need for your descriptive part. If you still have any doubts, please do let me know in the chat box, and sir will be able to, and we will be able to help you out here. Sir, thank you.
Okay, so thank you, sir. So I hope my voice is audible. Just confirm it for once if there is no problem with the voice. Okay, all right. So let us begin and let us talk about the descriptive paper now. So paper thoda alag aa gaya is baar, right? If we compare it with the past year trends regarding the descriptive paper, usually I would say the majority of the weightage is for the ARD section, but इस बार थोड़ा इन्होंने trend change कर दिया and ESI को भी अच्छा खासा weightage दे दिया था. But let us talk about it, that what was the difficulty level regarding this one. So first of all, if we talk about the 10 marker questions, right? So as a part of 10 markers, this was the compulsory question that was asked that discussed the challenges, opportunities and policy measures related to labor migration in India. तो ये question compulsory था, and हाँ, if you feel that if any question is there that you feel that we have there is some kind of change that is required to that question, you can write it in the comment box and we are going to edit it, because this is something that we are discussing based upon the students interaction only, right? So the first question is discuss the challenges, opportunities and policy measures related to labor migration in India. Now if you talk about this question, the best part is that this question was straight away asked from the syllabus only, right? In the syllabus we had covered this, we have this topic called migration, right? And the question is directly related to that. And if you remember the important topic list that I provided you over there, also I had provided this as a part of that list, this topic of urban migration, right? This is something that we had discussed. So based upon that, this question I would say was very easy. तो सबने किया होगा, ये challenges बताने थे, opportunities बतानी है, और जो different policy measures लिए हैं with respect to labor migration in India. So those sort of things you have to discuss. So the structure was very easy. You have to divide the body into 3 parts. Body part 1 for the challenges, body part 2 the opportunities that it provides for the labor, right, when they are migrating from one area to another area, right? Then the third is the recent policy measures that have been taken by the government. So this was the first type of question that was asked. Then the next question that was related to the digital agriculture mission, right? Now if I talk about this question was asked as a part of the current affairs, because this was there as a part of the scheme and we had covered it. So over there, if I talk about this question, it talks about digital agriculture mission, its key technology components and benefits. Now I don't know up to what extent this question is correct. There could be certain type of, I would say, additions also that you can suggest कि यार कुछ हमने extra लिख दिया है, या जो भी इसमें कुछ change की requirement है आप comment box में लिख सकते हैं. So first of all, you had to write, I would say, the important components of digital agriculture mission. For example, you could have written about the agri stack. ठीक है, एग्री स्टैक हो गया. देन देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ रिड्रेसल प्लेटफॉर्म डाटा देयर. देन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज आर यूज्ड, फॉर एग्जांपल आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, IoT, different sort of components and technologies that are promoted as a part of digital agriculture mission. Those sort of components you were supposed to write. Then of course you have to write the benefits. For example, how it impacts the entire agriculture sector, how basically impacts the farmers, how basically it helps the government, right, to do different kind of surveys. So different stakeholders को touch करके you were supposed to write the answers. That is basically the application part with respect to the digital agriculture mission. Now moving on to question number 3. The question number 3 is What is crop diversification and discuss its benefit for the farmers and agriculture sustainability in India? Now, if you talk about this question, यार ये तो सीधा सिलेबस में से आया है, ठीक है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि इसमें किसी को प्रॉब्लम होनी चाहिए, राइट, कि यार सीधा बताना है क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन क्या होती है, जो ऑफ कोर्स अभी हम इसके बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे, पेपर हो गया है, वी आर जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू द क्वेश्चंस एंड वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू एनालाइज द डिफिकल्टी लेवल, राइट. सो व्हाट इज क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, डिस्कस इट्स बेनिफिट फॉर फार्मर्स एंड एग्रीकल्चर सस्टेनेबिलिटी इन इंडिया. तो ये बहुत ही इजी क्वेश्चन था, मुझे लगता है कि 10 मार्कर सब लोग बहुत ही कंफर्टेबली अटेम्प्ट करके आएंगे. एक क्वेश्चन जो ये लेबर माइग्रेशन वाला है, ये इजी था. एंड अगर आपके पास डिजिटल एग्रीकल्चर मिशन से रिलेटेड लिमिटेड कंटेंट भी है तो इसे छोड़ देते, राइट, एंड यू कुड हैव अटेम्प्टेड दिस वन. सो इट वाज हाईली डूएबल, राइट. तो सिलेबस मैंने पहले बताया था कि एआरडी को आप सिलेबस के साथ लेके चलोगे, आपको कोई एग्जामिनेशन प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. नाउ लेट अस मूव ऑन टू 15 मार्कर क्वेश्चंस. Now, as a part of this one, the first question is discuss the challenges in poultry and dairy farming and examine their complementary and supplementary role in agriculture. Now, this question was again it was compulsory. ठीक है, और कंपलसरी था और साथ ही साथ इजी करना भी इसको, आई वुड से आंसर देना भी इसका इजी था, बिकॉज अगेन if you can see it has been mapped from the syllabus only. So the question is asking about both the complementary role and the supplementary role, that how these sectors, basically how these farming systems complement each other and how they provide the supplementary roles also as a part of this entire system, right. So you were supposed to write, for example, nutrient recycling aa gaya, different sort of points. Somebody saying challenges में environmental, economical, social and political लिखा. You're talking about this, which question, Harsh? Challenges में environmental, social, economical and political. So are you talking about this one, this question number 4? ठीक है, तो यहां पर मैं चेंज ले आऊंगा. ओके, या फिर आप ये लेबर माइग्रेशन वाले की बात कर रहे हो? यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट विच क्वेश्चन दैट यू थिंक शुड बी एडिटेड? ओके 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 ओके, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. सो ऑल राइट, सो this is regarding the question number 4 that discuss the challenges in poultry and dairy farming and examine the complementary and supplementary role in agriculture. So again, this is again something that you can map with the syllabus, and it was from the ARD portion only, and ARD I would say this was doable, even if it was asked as a part of the compulsory section, but it was doable. Then question number 5, in the context of recent incidents of import tariffs, discuss their benefits and challenges for the Indian economy. ये जो question था, ये क्वेश्चन करंट अफेयर से लिंक्ड है, हम सबको पता है व्हाई इट वाज आस्क्ड, बिकॉज इट इज समथिंग दैट वाज देयर एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द न्यूज बिकॉज ऑफ ट्रम्प, राइट. बट आई वुड से इफ यू हैड टू अटेम्प्ट दिस क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन द इंट्रोडक्शन इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट इन द इंट्रोडक्शन इटसेल्फ यू आर राइटिंग योर इंट्रोडक्शन इन कंटेक्स्ट टू करंट अफेयर्स, राइट. तो चाहे आप जो रिसेंट ट्रम्प वाले टैरिफ है, जो यूएस टैरिफ है, आप उसकी बात कर सकते थे, राइट. और मैं तो ये बोलूंगा कि इस क्वेश्चन में जिसने करंट अफेयर सही से पढ़ा है, राइट, बाय द वे हमने पर्सपेक्टिव 360 में भी कवर किया था, बट अगर आपको और भी जो रीसेंट टैरिफ मेजर्स हैं, जो रीसेंट टैरिफ जो न्यूज में थे वो भी आते हैं, तो आप इसका पार्ट लिख सकते थे. फॉर एग्जांपल द फर्स्ट इज रिगार्डिंग द यूएस टैरिफ, राइट, दैट वाज देयर. द सेकंड इज रिगार्डिंग यूरोपियन यूनियन दैट सस्पेंडेड जीएसपी, ठीक है, वो भी वो न्यूज में चल रहा था. आपको याद होगा बजट में भी there were different kind of, I would say, rationalization measures that were taken with respect to tariff slabs, ठीक है. तो इस तरह की चीजें की गई है, different sort of things were there in the news. तो अगर आपने पढ़ा हुआ था तो इसको आराम से आप करंट अफेयर को अपने इस आंसर से इंटीग्रेट कर सकते थे, but that is the first thing. Apart from that, the question is asking benefits and challenges for the Indian economy. So you could have written that what are the different type of challenges. यार ये challenges कैसे हो सकते हैं कि यार इंडिया की जो competitiveness है, right, the export competitiveness that is there in connection to India, that is going to fall down, right. The raw materials, they can also get expensive, right. So different sort of things can be there. It can lead to different sort of supply side disruptions also as a part of it. So different type of challenges you could have written as a part of it, right. तो क्वेश्चन मैं नहीं बोलूंगा कि इस क्वेश्चन को अगर ये 600 वर्ड में पूछा था तो आप 600 के 600 वर्ड लिख सकते थे. थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग होता है बिकॉज एग्जाम में प्रेशर भी बहुत ज्यादा होता है, लेकिन अगर आपने 600 में से बोलूंगा 350 प्लस में लिखा है, 350 अगर 400 प्लस लिखा है तो फिर तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. बट मेजॉरिटी स्टूडेंट्स से मेरी बात हुई है, वो बोल रहे हैं सर 350 380 अराउंड ही टच कर पाए आंसर, तो कोई बात नहीं. आई वुड से ये क्वेश्चन इतना इजी नहीं था आंसर करना, आई वुड से डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द टाइम कंसिडर्ड. हाँ, वो अलग बात है कि आपने जो मेरे क्लास में कवर कराया था एंड आपने खुद से पढ़ा हो, अगर आप ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड थे तो फिर ये लिखना आसान था. बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट ऑन एन इम्प्रॉम्प्टू बेसिस कि अगर अचानक से क्वेश्चन आपने देख लिया एग्जाम में, उस पे उसी समय कंटेंट बनाना, तो फिर आपने अगर 350 तक भी टच किया तो इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है। बट हाँ, उससे ज्यादा लिखा तो ऑफ कोर्स यू आर समवेयर एट एन एडवांटेजियस पोजीशन। हर्ष इज राइटिंग कि मैंने 450 लिखा है, या तो अच्छे मार्क्स आपको मिल जाएंगे हर्ष, अगर आपने 450 वर्ड्स इसमें टच किए हैं, दैट्स अ गुड डील, राइट। सो आई वुड से दिस क्वेश्चन वाज, आई वुड से दो ही क्वेश्चन मुझे ऐसे लगे जहां पर स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है। जो अभी तक हमने जो क्वेश्चंस देखे हैं वो हाईली डूएबल थे, बट ये जो दो क्वेश्चन थे, ये वाला 5th क्वेश्चन एंड ये 6th क्वेश्चन, अब ये 6th क्वेश्चन जो है इट वाज नॉट अ डिफिकल्ट वन, बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं था, बिकॉज ये जो IMF है, वर्ल्ड बैंक है, ये सब चीजें आप ESI में पढ़ते हो, दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज रिलेटेड टू द सिलेबस। बट इसमें इस पे 600 वर्ड का आंसर लिखना, राइट, इन द एग्जाम लाइक कंडीशंस, वो थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग हो जाता है। सो द क्वेश्चन इज डिस्कस द रोल ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशनल फंडिंग by global institutions such as World Bank and IMF and yes, World Bank and IMF in promoting sustainable growth and structural reforms. तो यहां पर आप different तरह की, first of all you were supposed to write that what is the बेसिक रोल विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द वर्ल्ड बैंक एंड IMF। ये आप आराम से अपने इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट में टच कर सकते थे कि यार वर्ल्ड बैंक का ये रोल है, हाउ इट बेसिकली प्रमोट्स द इंस्टीट्यूशनल फंडिंग, ऑल सच सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स, एंड यू नो अबाउट द IMF आल्सो। तो एक तो आपका बॉडी पार्ट यहीं पर कवर हो सकता था। The second part is regarding sustainable and structural reform. Sustainable reform में we know that World Bank is taking a lot of initiatives in order to promote the sustainable growth in our country. For example, in context to the climate agriculture. For example, in context to renewable energy. राइट, डिफरेंट सॉर्ट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स भी है। फॉर एग्जांपल हाइड्रो पावर प्रोजेक्ट्स है जो वर्ल्ड बैंक आई वुड से प्रमोट करता है। देन यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट जल संरक्षित प्रोजेक्ट विच इज बेस्ड इन हरियाणा, राइट, अभी कुछ टाइम पहले न्यूज में था, एंड इट इज बेसिकली यू कैन राइट एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द एग्जांपल। उसके बाद इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स, तो यहां पर आप चाहो तो 1991 रिफॉर्म्स की बात कर सकते थे, दैट इज द LPG रिफॉर्म्स, right, that is associated with the IMF when we opened up our economy. So IMF ने Washington consensus sign किया था, and based upon that we had to basically take different type of measures, right, we had to open different sort of sectors as a part of our economy. So 1991 reforms की आप बात कर सकते थे। Apart from that you could have written about other type of factors also that you think that basically World Bank और IMF ने उस पर role play किया हो, and those things were there as a part of the news, right. So you could have touched upon those areas in order to write a complete answer. For example, you could have also written about financial sector assessment reform. Based upon that, basically IMF, I would say, and the World Bank, these institutional, because of this institutional funding, we brought reforms as a part of the financial sector. तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि इस आंसर को पूरी तरह से अगर आप कंप्लीट लिखना चाहो एग्जाम में, so it was not very easy. 600 वर्ड्स में लिखना as per the demand of the question, it was, I would say, not very easy. But हाँ, अगर इसमें भी, अगर इन दोनों क्वेश्चंस में से आपको चूज करना हो, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स ने ये 5th वाला क्वेश्चन चूज किया होगा बिटवीन द 5th एंड द 6th क्वेश्चन। बट हाँ, अगर आपको इससे कंटेंट ऑलरेडी आता था, इफ यू हैड प्रिपेयर्ड द करंट अफेयर्स विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट, कि आपको कोई मेजर्स याद थे जो आपने स्कीम में पढ़े हो या ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप पेपर में पढ़े हो, यू कुड हैव इंटीग्रेटेड दोस थिंग्स एज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस पोर्शन आल्सो, राइट। एंड लास्टली यस, दिस क्वेश्चन आई वुड से इन दोनों क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा डिफरेंस होगा जो कि किसने कितना अच्छा परफॉर्म किया बेस्ड अपॉन द वर्ड लिमिट दैट यू हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द पेपर, राइट। सो दैट इज अ शॉर्ट ओवरव्यू दैट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वर आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन। समबडी इज सेइंग मैंने 450 वर्ड का लिखा है, 450 वर्ड्स, दैट इज गुड इनफ, right. In these type of answers, if you have written around 450 words, that is good enough. You're going to get good marks. But yes, of course, the content also matters. I hope you have written the relevant content also, so you're going to get good marks with respect to that. So these were the type of questions that were there, and if you feel that there were certain type of questions regarding which you have any kind of suggestions कि यार एग्जाम में कुछ और पूछा था और हमने कुछ और प्रेजेंट किया है based on our interaction with the students, you can write it in the comment box.